There's a specific kind of exhaustion that doesn't come from doing too much. It comes from deciding too much. I walked into a phone store not long ago, not planning to buy anything, just looking. The wall in front of me had maybe 30 devices on it, different sizes, different prices, different things they were each slightly better at. I found 3 that fit my budget. That should have been the end of it. It wasn't. Because one had a better camera, one had longer battery life, and the third, if I added just a little more, just a small amount, had both. So I looked at the third one, and then I noticed, if I added just a little more on top of that, there was another model, slightly newer, a feature I'd probably never use, but might. An hour passed. I left without buying anything. This used to be simpler. You went to a store. There were 3 options. You picked one. You left. The choice was made partly for you, by what was there, and there was something quietly relieving about that. Not because fewer options meant better outcomes, but because the decision had a place where it ended. Now the edges are gone. Every choice opens into another choice. You find the right price range, and inside that range, there are 12 options. You narrow it down to 3, and each of those 3 has a version that's slightly better for slightly more. You almost decide, and then someone mentions a newer model coming out next month. I went back to that store 3 times. Read reviews on my current phone while standing there deciding which new one to get, watched comparison videos at home, asked 2 friends what they use, read a forum thread from people who'd owned both models for 6 months. By the end, I knew more about those phones than I'd ever need to know. And I still wasn't certain, because certainty wasn't the thing I was missing. The problem was something else, something the reviews couldn't solve. There's a version of this that happens with food. You open a delivery app, 20 restaurants, hundreds of items. You scroll, you add something to your cart, you remove it, you switch restaurants. 30 minutes pass, you close the app and make something at home. Not because the app failed you, but because somewhere in the middle of all that choosing, the hunger changed. It became a question you had to answer correctly. That's what abundance does. It turns simple things into decisions, and decisions into problems you can optimize. And once something becomes a problem, you can optimize. You can never fully stop, because there's always a variable you haven't checked, always a slightly better version, just one more search away. I bought the phone eventually, got it home, set it up, used it. It was good, actually good. A week later, I saw an ad for a different model, slightly better camera, slightly lower price. I didn't return the phone. I didn't even seriously consider it. But for a moment, just a moment, something in me thought, maybe I should have waited. The phone works perfectly. That thought had nothing to do with the phone. This is the part that doesn't get talked about. Not the paralysis before the choice, but the quiet unease after it. You chose, but you didn't stop choosing. Not really, because you know the options are still there, and knowing that makes it hard to fully settle. There's a word for the place a decision reaches when you stop revisiting it. Not happiness with it, not certainty. Just rest. The ability to set it down. More options don't take that away from you directly. They just make it harder to find, because rest requires a kind of closing. And we live in a time that's very good at keeping things open. I don't think the answer is fewer options. I don't think anyone would honestly choose that. But I do think there's something worth noticing. In the way we've come to believe that more choices means more freedom, when sometimes it just means the decision never really ends. The door stays open, and some part of you stays there too, still comparing, still wondering, still not quite done.